In the elaborate drama unfolding in Montecito, Meghan Markle's latest move has shifted from strategic to disastrous. According to insiders, she believed that leveraging accusations of racism might halt King Charles's intentions for a more streamlined monarchy. However, this strategy seems to have backfired spectacularly, potentially leading her and Prince Harry toward a similar fate as Andrew, losing their titles and fading into royal obscurity. The story started well before the notable moment when Oprah's perfectly groomed eyebrows rose dramatically during a famous interview. Insiders suggest that Charles had already expressed his vision for a more streamlined and cost-effective monarchy, one that would not financially support minor royals dismissive of ceremonial duties like ribbon cuttings. When he subtly suggested that Harry and Meghan may need to become self-sufficient, the Duchess reportedly perceived it as an act of hostility. King's vision was not driven by personal motives but practicality. He had already cut back on financial support for Beatrice and Eugenie, even reducing their police protection. Andrew then became the focus, evicted from Royal Lodge, stripped of his title, and removed from the official royal website as if he were an outdated password. It seemed inevitable that the guillotine would soon hover over the Sussexes, whose position at the bottom of that same site looked increasingly vulnerable. Meghan's reaction was a display of strategic outrage. In her high-profile interview with Oprah, she revealed a shocking allegation about discussions concerning Archie's skin color, conveniently alongside grievances regarding security and titles. This effectively combined elements of victimhood with manipulation. Oprah, known for her flair for drama, drew conclusions that seemed unfounded by asking incredulously if it was because of race. This sparked worldwide headlines and social media frenzy while leaving the Duchess appearing quite pleased with the outcome. Beneath the shiny veneer of a victim narrative lay something much less admirable: panic. Meghan fully understood what Charles's reforms entailed. No taxpayer-funded wardrobes, her fashion expenses in her first year almost reached £1 million, no automatic titles for their children, and no lifelong luxury supported by the crown. For someone who views status as essential as air, this was stifling. Harry, expressing his deepest thoughts, struggled to keep pace. He mentioned a single conversation about Meghan not receiving security, only to retract this statement months later by saying the couple never accused anyone of racism. By that point, the damage was irreversible and the palace's patience had worn thin. With Andrew officially removed from his position and Charles indicating that the monarchy will cease supporting non-active family members, it is clear changes are imminent. Titles can and will be revoked discreetly, legally, and permanently. Constitutional process has already begun, with both the Prime Minister and opposition reportedly in agreement. When this occurs, it will mark a historic event, the first title removal since 1917. For Meghan, this is more than just a public embarrassment, it's an existential crisis. Her brand relies heavily on her titles, the Duchess designation that grants access to Hollywood opportunities and validates $5,000 speaking engagements about authenticity. Without those, she reverts to being simply Meghan Markle, a former cable TV actress whose podcast endeavors didn't pan out. It's almost poetic in nature. The very monarchy she accused of not safeguarding her is now taking definitive steps to shield itself from any association with her. They attempted to transform the accusation into a form of protection, portraying a budget cut as an immoral act. However, Charles and William are strategic thinkers who focus on long-term goals. They bide their time carefully before making decisive moves that cannot be undone once made. Her plan has failed dramatically. The racism narrative that once captured global attention now feels insincere. Even her most dedicated supporters are beginning to observe that her alleged depression consistently aligns with lucrative new opportunities.